Woo! What's going on, good people? It's your boy Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology, back to finish, to finally complete my Neptune house series, my Neptune sign series. This, I already finished Neptune for the houses a while ago. This is Neptune in Cancer. Cancer the crab. I'm talking in the future. Not way back in the early 1900s, late 1800s. I'm talking about 2066 to about 2080, maybe 81, 82. But it begins July 4th. Yes, July 4th, 2066, with a Libra Ascendant and the Sun and Moon and Neptune all in the sign of Cancer in the 10th house. I'm going to go inside, show it to you on the chart, but just so you understand, so what is Neptune, what is Cancer? Now, you know, many astrologers believe that Neptune is exalted in the sign of Cancer the crab. Some debate Aquarius. I tend to go with the Neptune side. It makes more sense to me, right? So what is Neptune? This nebulous, mysterious planet, right? It's the deep, dark oceans. Neptune is spirituality, your subconscious and unconscious mind, your fantasies, your dreams, creativity, imagination, fog, right? Those rose-colored glasses, illusion, delusion, deception. It's film and photography, poetry, art, dance. Neptune is also the dye that made the pharmaceuticals, right? And the dye for the clothing for royalty back in the days. It's the chemicals, the addiction. Neptune's something else. I mean, it is also just pure magic, right? It's the oceans, Poseidon. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. This is why Venus is exalted in Pisces. Neptune is one of the co-rulers of Pisces. So what's Cancer the crab? Oh man. Well, one thing I will say though, just so you know, when Neptune enters Cancer, Pluto is also in Pisces. Aha, kind of deep. You'll see when we get inside to the chart. It's incredible. You can't make this stuff up, people. Okay? Cancer is associated, right, with the fourth house, but really it's the cardinal water sign, initiating summer. Right? Cancer is your emotions, the mother. It's about safety and security in your home, protection, that hard outer shell, because it's just so soft and mushy and gooey inside. It's just so sweet. Cancers are funny, right? But remember, the crab does what? It moves sideways. Do, 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 do. Because it's slow to trust, right? It's cautious. Cancer is deep. It's about the deep inner knowing. Yes, Cancer is moody. The waves of the water. That's why it's so connected to Neptune. Right? Neptune in Cancer is kind of like this divine, magical mother knowledge. And in this case, with the Sun and Moon and Cancer in the 10th house, this chart and this time, which I'll be here for this, you know, in the future. And hopefully, you know, maybe my grandkids will be dealing with astrology and representing Big E Astrology at the time. But this is an intuition and an inner knowing that knows how to magically nurture and care, knows how to morph and shapeshift into the collective mother. This is probably why when this chart begins, or this time begins, in 26/6 and July 4th, it's the birth, right? Kind of the birth of America. And maybe this would be a new rebirth, Pluto and Pisces, a new magical beginning of our country and nation. It's deep. You know, Neptune in Cancer is deep because you're going from the lakes and streams to the deep levels of the ocean. Crabs can't go there. Or maybe they can. You know, we don't know what's going to be going on with our waters and oceans. We could be living in a water world. We could be morphing, shapeshifting. Or maybe the animals are. You know, when Neptune's in Cancer, there is this almost, I think of like connecting and aquatically communicating with the dolphins, right? I don't know if you guys know how, like, you know, dolphins can help women give birth in the water, and they send sonar messages through the stomach to make the babies healthier, stronger immune systems, more athletic, more intelligent. You know, they've been studied to skip a grade or two, right? And this is a very Neptune and Cancer type energy. This is where we kind of planet hop, or hop from water to water, where our inner knowing and is connected, our mind, and you can almost imagine that, you know, your third eye is able to really communicate with other people, in the sense that maybe there's less verbal communication, there's more intuition, more 5D language, light language communication. I mean, this is 2066. I'm recording this in, you know, 2023. Anything is possible with Neptune and Cancer at this time. But there's this magic, this inner knowing that can bring a deeper level of compassion. And maybe we get back to it takes a village again. Sorry, we got some bugs out here and it's hot. We'll go inside soon. But I mean, you know what I mean? Where it takes a village, the communal, the mother of the collective, the mother of the earth, the mother of our country, society. Remember, Neptune is about your soul's evolution spiritually, how it evolves and grows. This chart, you got Mars and Capricorn in the 4th house, right? So we may be building new structures, new visions and versions of what home is. Yeah. You know, there's this wave of knowledge and new vision that can come to us and be seen at this time. Whereas as a collective, we might not have to worry about these outside forces that are controlling or trying to limit our growth and healing and spiritual powers. Neptune and Cancer can bring in the harmony and peace, the justice and fairness with the Libra Ascendant that should be for all living beings. It's powerful, it's spiritual, it's magical. I mean, just visualize and time travel to 2066 and allow yourself to flow and morph to a place where there is no division between the people and other countries and cultures and worlds. There's only the harmony and peace, and we've found the fairness and the balance in a society that is kind of, you know, spiritual for all. frequency and New World Order stuff, but in the oneness of like, we are one race, we are one love, we are one heartbeat, one spiritual source, God energy in the 5D, in the spiritual realm, connecting heart to heart, soul to soul. Well, you could say it's like a utopian dream, or you could say it's the evolution of this planet as we ascend to the 5D and how things change from whether above or below the firmament. Breathe and visualize. Allow your heart and soul to be free and imagine nothing but greatness, nothing but the flow of positivity. Be exalted in your compassion and empathy for the universal family. That's what I visualize for Neptune and Cancer. You're at home wherever you go. Gemini, ninth house. The languages to every land, hand to hand, coming together as one. So Neptune and Cancer, we're going to finish everything up inside, get on the chart, but understand this type of divine magical knowledge and spiritual connection is also coded with the sun and moon there, both in the 6-9 of the crab, 369, Tesla, and the numbers and the power of frequency and vibration. This can connect us to healing from the dolphins and the whales, having us have true understanding and respect, and be of service to the ocean. Pluto, Pisces, 6th house. You never know. I'll see you there. 26. Bigeastrology. Go to the chart. All right, bigeastrology back inside. Here's the chart. We're going to blow it up. Neptune and Cancer, your private dancer. So as I was telling you, outside we have the Libra rising. Neptune and Cancer is 2066, July 4th, right? The part of fortune, Pallas Athena, Libra. So you look for the chart ruler, Venus, even though we're focusing on Neptune, right? And we have the Venus in Gemini, 9th house. So there's a theme, right, of connecting people verbally and communications and travel for pleasure, beauty, money, being sociable, Venus, Gemini, right? Now, when you've got the sun and moon, right, in Cancer, obviously, the moon is home there, and then its exaltation is in the 8th house. So that does speak to, an emphasis for this moon of focusing on occult knowledge or psychology, stuff like that. But this is definitely an energy that's very focused on nurturing and caring. The Neptune being exalted, really in Cancer, and being close to the 10th house, and this Cancer sun, which the ruler of the sun is Leo in 11th house. So there's a lot of energy for the collective, because you look at this chart as the collective, being into service to society, not so much to organizations or even like Saturn, Mercury, the government here, but more to the collective. Whether we have the internet at this time in 2026, I mean, obviously, Leo, Saturn, there's a connection to the government and authorities. But you really have to, understand that there's this focus on the public life with the sun and the moon there, right? And even working and connecting and being of service to humanity, where you don't see the focus on the private life. But we've got what? The North Node, Capricorn, and Juno here. So there is, as a collective, either arguments, fighting, or moving, or fighting for your homeland. Hopefully this is a time of peace, right? But Mars in Capricorn is about the completing the mission. But this could even speak to building structures or building new homes. Maybe you're building homes in the ocean, or building homes on these floating boats, or, for your homeland. The fourth house can be associated with that. But the North Node would make you think that there can be an emphasis on working, right? North Node Rahu, focusing on working at home. And then the moon being impregnated by Cancer, South Node, Ketu, right? The dragon's tail. There's this energy of spirituality, spiritual karma. And it's, sort of intertwined to the Pluto and Pisces, the end of this generation at 28th degree, and the Chiron wound, where you may not, feel like, well, there's a couple things. There could be a lot of learning and life lessons, and even past life karma and emotional, physical, spiritual wounds. Maybe you would say around the 20th month or whatever. It's hard. I don't really know how to judge the degree point of Chiron when you're looking at, let's say, a 14, 16-year potential run of a chart. So you can't do 20 degrees, 20 years old, but maybe you do it more in terms of months for the Chiron moon. But when you're dealing with Chiron moons in Pisces, and it's in the sixth house, it's going to be around the subconscious mind, around your creativity, spirituality, and the way this chart works out, the ruler of Pisces, co-ruler Neptune, being in Cancer, there's sort of that trine. And then also, with the Uranus in Scorpio, okay? And the goddess of harvest here, Ceres. So, and Jupiter back in Scorpio. So that's, should be kind of interesting. But there's this sort of Moon, Uranus, Pluto grand trine, water trine. And this can also show that, at work, there's this, or part of your speech, there's the sixth sense and the spiritual awakening. And part of the beliefs and philosophies of the collective can be tapped in to, healing, Reiki or energy healing with, our third eye, mental telepathy, with our hands, just our speech. You are healed. And also there could be some past life energy of karma that a coworker or a boss could be your mother, with the trine, with the moon, the Libra Ascendant, but the moon in 10th house in Cancer and trine to Pluto. But there's that easy flow of energy around your earning, your work, your career. That's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, that grand water trine, that can really be extremely powerful about your soul evolving, transmuting, the pains and the karmas to elevate yourself and your legacy and your public image, So this is really a fascinating chart and a time where, as a collective, we're going to be, really trying to communicate and connect with people, probably in the spiritual realm, more than just whether it's technology or the internet. I mean, we may have free energy at this time. We could be at a whole nother level. But when you have Pluto in the sixth house, there's this magnetic energy to connecting to humanity and to being of service, and the Cancer moon, though, it's definitely going to be, in the Cancer sun, there's an emphasis, though, on how you feel in public, but taking care of your family first, but focusing on the legacy and the public work and not the home life, okay? So, that's going to be pretty interesting at this time. And even the Venus sextile to Mercury, can be, pretty harmonious, but it's going to speak to how we're connecting through travel, through technology, through our wisdom and beliefs, through our words and language to the collective. Don't forget the 11th house is hopes, dreams, and wishes, the social network supporting your goals and dreams of the 10th house, and with Neptune in Cancer, this is really an emphasis on spiritual divine knowledge. What wisdom will we have in 2066 that we can't even fathom in 2023, 2024, right? With Pluto nearing its end in Pisces, before we get to the Pluto Aries new beginning, new world. I forgot what year that is, but it's like maybe 2068, 2070. But watch my whole Neptune series through the signs, watch my Pluto series through the signs, because after this video, and now it's all done. Neptune through all 12 signs. And I had to go in the future with Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. I went back all the way to Neptune and Leo, but then I went forward, okay? So this should be a fascinating time. Lilith in 8th house and Taurus is really deep. Our instincts and our intuition and how we connect to our tribe, right, of the earth and the herbs. We may only live off of plants and in harmony with plants, and the real medicine may come back. Remember, what we know as Western medicine, that's newer. The ancient medicine is living off the herbs and the trees and the plants, right? And when the birds are chirping early in the morning, that activates the plants to get ready to pollinate and to receive the energy, the life source energy from the sun. It's it's powerful. But that's when we are in perfect harmony, Libra Ascendant, with all living organisms, all living things, which is something that we should strive for. And I like that the part of fortune is there and how we resolve problems and dilemmas, right? And Spica, it's in Libra in the 1st house in the Ascendant. So, spiritual financial blessings and how we resolve problems are going to be based to the aesthetic, beauty, harmony, peace, fairness, and justice, seeking balance from the Libra Ascendant. Okay? And, it's nice that, we have that kind of trine from Libra and the Venus Gemini, nothing, really so powerful in the Aquarius, but, I really think even the Jupiter and Scorpio, there's going to be this energy of our values are going to be about healing. We may not even have what we conceive as money the same way. This is the 2nd house of how you earn and save, spend, invest money. So Uranus and Jupiter and Scorpio can speak to, something beyond Bitcoin, something beyond CBDCs, something, that's more energetic with money, where it's just everything could be barter and trade. But if we have free energy and technologies on a whole nother plane, we may not, it may just be that societal verbal exchange of information and knowledge, Venus, Gemini, 9th house, right? The chart's flipped in reverse, so there's a lot to contemplate, but I just want you to understand that Neptune in Cancer is water to water, divine knowledge, the peace, the spirituality, the creativity. There's something that can be very comforting and nurturing and caring, and having the sun and the moon in the 10th house, it's like the workplace, work environment, career, the public image, the legacy is of the husband and wife, the mother and father, the family unit being, in some ways you could even look at it being spiritually, aligned. But the South Node separating from the moon, there's, definitely some past life energy where, this is where you could see how the mother for the collective, your own mother, if she has passed away at this time, could be a boss or someone you work with. You know what I mean? So that could be really powerful and deep. So you just, I don't know, it's definitely something that you have to kind of try to visualize and try to walk and step into the future, and I get these downloads and visions, but energetically, when I think of Neptune and Cancer, my focus is on the flow of energy, the divine spiritual knowledge, and even the positive flow of all the things that we possess and value, right? From the 2nd to the 6th to the 10th, you're talking about money, work, service, legacy, career, your food, your speech, your survival, your 5 senses. This is heavy 6th sense energy. This is, valuing and even opposing the Lilith and Taurus, speaking to the healing coming through nature and the herbs. Okay, so Neptune and Cancer, I'm your private dancer. This was fun. Hope you guys enjoy the chart reading and everything. And watch all my series, explore my channel. Please reach out, join my Patreon. I have some exclusive content there, $5 or $10 a month. And if you're with me there for at least 6 months, you get a free transit reading. Check out all my services. My new website will be hopefully ready by the end of July, mid-July, bigeastrology.com. And, I've got my next coffee talk July 22nd, and just continuing to grow and expand. I'm up to about 18 or 19 different chart services now. And, the moon tracking service, tracking your emotions, your body and health through the 12-house zodiac wheel with the following the moon every 2.5 days. It's a great service. And I'm going to be doing a new birth chart service. So even if you've gotten a natal birth chart reading with me before, you haven't done this, and it's going to tap in through the human design 88 days before your birth. This is your unconscious soul genetic chart. And, it's really tapping into kind of like how you were already formed, and really still showing how you are vibrating here on this planet, but from a different perspective. And this one may even be deeper than the natal birth chart. Okay. So still, I'll be announcing it sometime in July, but it's coming, and it's going to be a doozy. You're going to want to get this chart reading. Okay. And it's something that we can do, live over Zoom. We can do audio. It's going to come with some different things. So it'll be a little bit more expensive than the $125, but it's going to be powerful. All right. Eric Taylor, Big E Astrology. All right, Neptune and Cancer, you're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Reach out to me. You want to book any of my services, tailoredtocoaching@gmail.com. I hope you guys join me July 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours for coffee talk. Only $20. Holla, holla. I'm going to teach how to read a birth chart lesson and how to read a birth chart. And we're going to read 2 Coffee Talk members' birth charts as a group. It's really a lot of fun. And then towards the end, we reveal who it is. And they let us know how we did in the interpretation. It's the best way to socialize, learn about astrology, kind of nerd out on astrology, and just, just connect and with like-minded people and have fun. I'm very proud of my community, and I've built a nice place and a real cool community. So come join, my 11th house crew, and Neptune and Cancer. Thank you. All right. Bye, Neptune and Cancer. Bye, Neptune sign series. Bigeastrology. All right. Neptune. Water to water. Forget the new world order. Is the new world water. How it flows. Neptune and Cancer 2066. Nobody knows. My knowledge grows. It's divine through the third eye. Neptune and Cancer. Let's multiply. All right. Peace.